Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is DC with Real Talk with DC. Hey guys, hey, I know there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the community, a lot of talk of the coronavirus and the things that we've been dealing with concerning social distancing. I know a lot of us are getting tired of sitting at homes. I know a lot of people's lives have been changed and turned upside down based on, whether their job is still allowing them to come to work or whether they've been furloughed or laid off. I know companies are under a lot of pressure trying to stay in business in this time. And there's just a lot of things going on, a lot of noise in the community that's going on right now. And people are just trying to hold on and see what they can do to maintain themselves, their lives, and just what to do to make it through. Well, I'm here today to talk to you just a little bit about some things that are on my mind concerning all of these things that we've been hearing, how it's affecting me personally and a group of people that I'm working with. There's a couple of groups that I'm working with that are really out here trying to find a way to make a difference in St. Louis, in the community to affect a positive change despite what's going on. And if I had anything that I could say to you today that would be to encourage you is that when things are down and when there's pressure on, there's opportunities out there. We have to stop looking at the circumstances of what we're dealing with and start looking at the opportunities that lie within. There's a lot of people who feel like they can do nothing. But I'm here to tell you there is plenty that can be done. There's plenty of preparation. You have more time than ever to map out the plan for your future, for your business, for your family, for your dreams. This is the time to start to map out those ideas. You may be restricted from going outside, but that doesn't restrict you from putting your vision down on paper, on tables. That doesn't restrict you from putting your business plan together for your ideas and your dreams. And I'm just here to tell you, this is the time to do it. You may think that this time is almost like a punishment or taking something away from you, but I'm telling you right now, everybody is in the same position as you are. The difference between you and them could be you're working on your vision, you're working on never being in a situation like this again, and they're just trying to make it through. I want to be the one that helps people and not the one that holds people back. So here's what I'll share with you. First of all, there's a group called Bold Moves by Karan Bolden, and he is exciting and just an awesome young leader, a mover and shaker in the St. Louis area, actually all around the country. But I mean, he's from St. Louis and he's moving and shaking in our area, and he's really working to inspire people to get out and do something and make things happen for the community. He is not a person that's sitting back and just looking at things as they go. He's out there looking for opportunities and trying to find a way to be a help and an aid to people. And so I'm fortunate enough to be part of that group of these great leaders that are out there looking for opportunities. And I can tell you now, as you keep your eyes peeled, you'll hear the name Bold Moves and you'll see what this group is doing. And part of what they're doing is taking advantage of the situation to grow and build and not be the same as they are. And I just encourage you that there are people that are around you that don't want to be in the situation that they're in, and you can get with them, get together, band together to do some great things. Seek out groups like Bold Moves and find out what's really going on. Get your finger on the pulse of what's happening and get involved with some organizations and some people that are trying to support the city. And I guarantee on the other side of this, when everything settles, those people will be looking to you as people that they can depend on with future projects and future objectives that can really, really change your life for the better and put you in a position where you'll never have to worry about things like a pandemic or being stuck at a job again. You can put yourself in a position where you can earn a living using your gifts, your talent, and your abilities, and it came from your generosity, your love, and your charity. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is wisdom. And I put a post out on Facebook today, and I was like, I'm looking for hot topics for my podcast. And one of my friends put out some information about wisdom. And when he put that out there, when I looked at it, I said, man, that's powerful, because most of the people are stagnant in this time because of what they don't know, not what they do know. And even people who do know things, they're stuck within themselves because they know something, but they won't do something. And so wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. Knowledge is just information. Information by itself can enlighten you, but enlightenment without action does not bring about a result. Enlightenment without an action does not bring about a result. So the proper application of knowledge is wisdom. And so even in a time like this, when things are depressed and people are stuck at home, just being encouraged to find what you can do. For students that are at home and they're having challenges, reading books that are around the house. If you have access to the internet, reading articles and books and information on the internet. If you don't have textbooks, reaching out to, I know a lot of schools are providing education through the schools over technology. But if you don't have technology, read a book. Encourage the people in your house to read books, to read, to expose themselves to as much positive information as they can during this time, because everything that you learn can never be taken away from you. Everything that you learn can never be taken away from you. You can forget about it. You can choose to forget about it, but it can never be taken away from you. And so we need to be seeking out opportunities. If you're at home and you have absolutely nothing to do and you're good with your hands, you can do like people that I know. You can make masks or create things that people can use in this time. I know that right now there's a lot of elderly people in houses that can't get out and cut their grass. There are young people that are looking for things to do, and I'm not saying knock on people's doors and ask them for money. I'm saying if you see their grass needs to be cut, just cut their grass. They'll know that it was you that did it. They'll see, and you'll find out that work or that labor of love that you gave them will come back to you in another way. Find something to do that's positive and beneficial to someone else, and people will find a way to help you with whatever it is that you're working on. It's like synergy. And when we're all in a situation right now where it feels like we're all stuck in a rut and we don't know how to get out of it, the help that we can lend to someone else is powerful. Be responsible as well. I know the government is talking about reopening in about a week or so, but common sense says that they don't really know all the information about this pandemic. From what they started off with, they said the pandemic starts out, the first signs you might be exposed to it up to 14 days before there are signs. So how many days were you walking around with it before you realized that you even had it? And how many people did you come in contact with when you were contagious before you actually started showing signs that spread to other people? Well, with that type of dynamic, people don't know whether they have it or whether they don't have it, or if they do have it, it hasn't manifested itself. And then there are people out there that are just carriers that never exhibit any symptoms. And so you're going to open up the city again, and people are going to feel like, oh, okay, well, since they opened the city, we're all good. We can go out and do everything the way that we used to. No, you can't. You have to be responsible and use common sense. Continue to wash your hands, continue to social distance, continue to wear a mask, continue to do everything that you can and treat everybody like they got COVID-19. I'm not saying be mean to them. I'm saying be cautious, do social distancing, be respectful, watch to see if people are coughing and sneezing so that you can distance yourself from them by being aware of what your environment is. And treat everybody with respect, because everybody who coughs or sneezes does not have COVID-19. In our area in Missouri, a lot of people have allergies, which cause people to cough and to sneeze just because the weather changed. And so, but if you're aware And if you're mindful, cough in your sleeve. Do the things that most of us were taught when we were young, or that we learned when we got older, was just social etiquette. And if we do that, we go a long way to protect ourselves and not allow this thing to come back on us at a greater level than it did this first time. I want to get out of it and be out of it. I don't want to have to worry about going back into another pandemic, a slowdown, a business close down, or anything like that again. But that only happens if we are responsible in the way that we handle things. And then another thing is, if you know that there are kids out there that are, maybe your friends' kids or your kids, and you're having challenges in reference to getting materials for them to study, reach out to St. Louis Public Schools if they're part of the St. Louis Public School system, or whatever school district they're a part of. There are resources out there that the schools are providing to the students and families so that their kids can further their education during this time. If none of those places have resources, then look or keep your eyes open for other organizations that are out there willing to donate things to kids, just so that they have an opportunity to read. I know that I read on Amazon Books that if you are a student during this time, if you're an adolescent kid, there is an opportunity where you might be able to sign up and be able to read books for free during this time. So there are programs out there, things that are out there that can help during this time. We just have to be mindful to look for the opportunities. Don't look at the situation as it being so detrimental that there's nothing that you can do or nothing that you can get. Like I said, this is all about just understanding what's out there and what's available. That's the knowledge. Once you have the knowledge, then you can apply it in a way that it will provide wisdom. And here's the thing. The wisdom that you have now, if you've learned something that's beneficial to you and you know somebody else needs that help, share that information with them. Let them get a hold of it and see what's going on. And the spirit that we have right now of coming together and working together, let's keep that spirit the whole time. If this has not done anything for me, it has allowed me to see that people can come together from all types of backgrounds, social, economical situations. And when they're threatened with the same thing that you're threatened with, all of a sudden the differences between you don't matter. So right now, you may be working with people that you never thought that you would work with, but that only shows you the potential of what we are and who we are. It's not only the churches, it's not only businesses, it's not only the common folk. Everybody is out there trying to find a way to do something to maintain themselves during this time. And it's causing many of us to come together and work together and find ways to broker or bring our resources together so that we all have what we need. And that's the attitude that we need to keep and hold on to even after they say this pandemic is over. This pandemic, if it's not doing anything else, it's showing the importance of us working together in unity and harmony. And that unity and harmony is going to net us the ability to do some great, great things. So I'm excited about what's coming out of this situation and circumstance. I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do. I'm excited about bringing this podcast to you to talk to you about other issues and things that are coming on and announcing events that are happening. And so I just want you to tune in, stay prayed up, stay protected, be mindful of all the things that are going on. Use everything that you can to protect yourself and your family. Don't be discouraged in this time, because many of us are suffering, but there are resources that they're working on to provide to help us get through. But there's no situation or circumstance that you've gone into that God won't allow you a way to get through it successfully, or a means for you to escape. And so it's the unity and the harmony and the love of people that are going to make the greatest difference. This is just one of the podcasts that I'll do, but I'm DC, man. This is Real Talk with DC. I pray that you've heard something that's going to be encouraging and beneficial to you. Stay tuned for more of my partners and friends and leaders to get on with me to talk about different things. But most of them, if it's just me, it's going to be just short, sweet, and to the point. But I look forward to seeing you again. Hey, you guys be blessed. And until the next time, I'm out.